Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Alright, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. Alright, it's your humble brother, Mayaka Allah, coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, with another lesson. And it's going to be called the casting away of idols, man. All right. So now, everybody heard about the pestilence going on in India right now. All right, and how it's allegedly killing swarms of people, even with the so-called preventative cure, man. All right, that they're trying to mandate. All right. But if that's not working, then where are these bodies coming from, right? Alright, this is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 7. For in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which your own hands have made unto you for a sin. Alright, now that's talking about the nation of Israel and their idol worship, but it's also talking about other nations, right? Other nations will throw away their idols and cast them away because they're going to realize that they're good for nothing, which your own hands have made. Alright, how can you create a power, man? How can you create a God, man? How can you worship anything that was created, man? It doesn't make sense. All right, but that's one of the reasons, if not the main reason, the Northern Kingdom was torn down when they came to Babylon, right? So-called America. All right, Gad and Reuben came here with the intent to worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? But eventually they started going off and started worshiping the creation instead of the creator. All right, now, another people that's big on worshiping the creation, all right, is Elam, all right? So-called East Indians and Indians, right? Those people are big on worshiping creations. They have multiple of gods, right? Some of them worship cows, some of them worship Shiva, some of them are Muslim, some of them are Buddhist, right? But they're finding out in these days that their gods are good for nothing. All right, I want to play a clip here that proves that. And Salakia, this clip is from Instagram, and the lady has scriptures from Jasher on there. By brother, the GMS don't subscribe to Jasher, and I never read it, so I don't take heed to what it says. All right. Now, of course, it's missing scriptures out the book, but we're gonna get the whole book in the kingdom. But we have more than enough now to lead us to salvation and to lead us to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright, so without further ado, let me play this video.
A large number of Indians have thrown the idols of the gods they worshipped on the streets as the numbers of coronavirus infections and deaths skyrocket in the country. Indians expressed their anger at the idols that they worshipped and sacrificed themselves for, but the idols did not protect them from the coronavirus. They prayed to the idols because they believed that it could save them from the virus, but they finally discovered that they could not do anything, and hence they destroyed it. The number of daily coronavirus deaths in India has been reaching a record number of 3,780, as the total number of infections exceeded 20 million. India's underfunded health system has struggled to cope with the recent wave of COVID, with patients dying in hospital parking lots from lack of oxygen and beds.
You see that, man? They have idols that have to be fit into dump trucks, and they were throwing them into the river. They have so many idols in the streets that they needed bulldozers and cranes to push them out of the way, man. All right, they're realizing that these idols are good for nothing. All right, you heard the reporter himself say that they cannot save them. All right, again, Isaiah 31 and verse 7. For in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which your own hands have made unto you for a sin. All right, now let me jump over to the letter of Jeremiah. I'm going to jump down to 48. Then I'm going to go back up. All right, letter of Jeremiah chapter 1, or the only chapter in verse 48. For when there cometh any war or plague upon them, the priests consult with themselves where they may be hidden with them. How then cannot men perceive that they be no gods, which can neither save themselves from war nor from plague? All right, this plague hit the Elam's nation, right, the Indians' nation, and the idols couldn't save them from that plague, man. The idols could have saved them from that plague. All right, so now they're casting them away. But let me scroll back up. I'm gonna start at verse 17. I'll start at 16. Whereby they are known not to be gods, therefore fear them not. This is the letter Jeremiah wrote to the Israelites before he sent them, not he, but before he was warning them that you're going to go into captivity, all right, under the king Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon. So he was saying you're gonna serve captivity there for 7 generations, all right. And during that time, you're gonna see them worshiping other gods. Therefore, fear them not. And he's describing a list of reasons why you're not supposed to worship other gods, and explaining why the idols are not God, the Most High, or neither they have any power, man. Salakia. Verse 17. For like as in vessel that a man useth is nothing worth when it is broken, even so it is with their gods. When they be set up in the temple, their eyes be full of dust through the feet of them that come in. All right. Just like a vessel or a pot or something you carry something with. Salakia. Salakia. I got interrupted. Lost my train of thought. Satan for you, man. Trying to interrupt the flow, man. But let me reread verse 17. Letter of Jeremiah, verse 17. For like as a vessel that a man useth is nothing worth when it is broken, even so it is with their gods. When they be set up in the temple, their eyes be full of dust through the feet of them that come in. All right. Now, if you have a vessel, so something you carry something with, or a pot or something, and when it's broken, if there's a hole in the bottom or something, it's good for nothing. The scriptures liken that to an idol god, man. They're good for nothing, man. And that's why you see Elam throwing them in the streets now. All right. Let me just jump down to verse 36. They can save no man from death, neither deliver the weak from the mighty. They cannot restore a blind man to his sight, nor help any man in distress. They can show no mercy to the widow, nor do good to the fatherless. Their gods of wood, and which are overlain with gold and silver, are like the stones that be hewn out of the mountain. They that worship them shall be confounded. All right. All right. And it says they can't save anybody from death. All right. They can't restore a blind man to his sight. All right. They can't help anyone in distress. So what are they good for, man? Why do you worship these things that can't do anything for you? Right now, Elam's finding it out the hard way, and they're throwing them in the street. I'm gonna run this video back and show you how many of them they're throwing away, man.
A large number of Indians have thrown the
Listen, fast
idols
forward
of the
this.
gods they worshipped on the streets as the numbers of coronavirus infections and deaths skyrocket in the country. Indians express their anger at the idols that they worship.
Look at that, man. These are all idols in the streets, man. You got a bulldozer pushing them out the way, and you got more on top of here, man. All right, that's a lot of idols, man. Their gods, verse 39, letter of Jeremiah, verse 39. Their gods of wood, and which are overlaid with gold and silver, are like the stones that be hewn out of the mountain. They that worship them shall be confounded. All right, and it says that also in Psalms 97. All right, Psalms 97, verse 7. Confounded be all they that serve graven images, that boast themselves of idols. Worship him, all ye gods, man. Yeah, let's go into that word confounded. Confounded means to be confusing or perplexing to cause to be unable to think clearly. Befuddled is a synonym. Confused, discombobulate. Man, these people are befuddled, man. All right. Let's jump down to verse 45. They are made of carpenters and goldsmiths. They can be nothing else than the workmen will have them to be. All right. They're not able to change, right? They're not able to speak. They're not able to change their clothes themselves. They're not even able to eat. Well, gods don't have to eat, but not gods, but the Most High doesn't have to eat. But I'm saying they're not able to do these things, man. All right. I'm gonna read this all the way down. Nah, But that's the Salakia. That's it. I'm gonna jump down to 59. Therefore, it is better to be a king that showeth his power, or else a profitable vessel in a house, which the owner shall have use of, than such false gods, or to be a door in a house to keep such things therein, than such false gods, or a pillar of wood in a palace, than such false gods. All right. The idol is the most useless thing in the house, man, because you can't use it for anything, right? It's better to be a door, all right? You can lock the door and keep your idol safe, right? Because if a thief comes in, the idol can't protect itself, right? Or it's a profitable vessel is something that you can use, something that's useful, man. That's what this is saying here. All right, let me jump down to verse 68. The beasts are better than they, for they can get under a cover and help themselves. That's right, man. If it's raining outside, you'll see cows go into trees and stuff, right? You'll see animals protect themselves. You'll see birds fly south when the storms are coming, right? But what do idols do, man? Idols can't tell you if it's gonna rain. Idols can't tell you, can't give you anything, man. They can't do anything for you. Salakia. Jump down to 72. And ye shall know them to be no gods by the bright purple that rotteth upon them. All right? Because bright purple is talking about the garments that people put on these idols, man. And it's not just purple, but purple signified riches back then. Because I believe it took about 30,000 worms to make the purple dye. Like silkworms or something. I forget. But it took a lot of them to make purple back then. So purple was deemed as a luxury color. All right? I'm going to start from the top again. Letter of Jeremiah 1:72. And ye shall know them to be no gods by the bright purple that rotteth upon them. All right? They throw the garments on them and they rot away unless they change them. All right? Because the idols can't change themselves. And they themselves afterwards shall be eaten and shall be a reproach in the country. Now, in Elam's country, these idols are a reproach now. That's why they're casting them in the streets. That's why they're throwing them in the rivers. All right? It's a reproach, man. Better, therefore, is the just man that hath none idols, for he shall be far from a reproach. All right? It's better to be living uprightly, man, than to have no idols, man, than to have idols, man. Because then you won't be hated, man. You won't be a reproach among people. You won't be a reproach among Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right? Let me get one to back up the thieves, how they can't save themselves from the thieves, and I'm going to close it out. Salakia. Let me jump to 57. All right. You know what? Let me start at 55. Wherefore, when fire fall upon a house of gods of wood, or laid over with gold or silver, their priests shall flee away and escape, but they themselves shall be burned asunder like beams. All right. Now, if you were in a room or house with Yahweh Shai, man, and the house started catching fire, all right, you wouldn't have to worry. You wouldn't have to panic because you know Yahweh Shai will deliver you, man. Just like at the end of Babylon, man. We're in the house now that's about to be burned with fire, right? If you're living in Babylon, so-called America, this house is about to be burned with fire, man. But if you have faith, you know, you're trying to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, man. You have faith that you're going to be delivered, man. And that's where salvation comes from, man. To escape this burning house, all right? But these idols, man, the priest was in a house with idols, right? False idols. If a priest was in there and the house caught on fire, they'll flee away and escape. They wouldn't pray to the idols to deliver them because in their subconscious mind, they know there's nothing they could do for them, all right? But they're going to leave the idols behind, right? All right, let me jump to 56. Moreover, they cannot withstand any king or enemies. How can it then be thought or said that they be gods? The idol can't deliver you from your king, from any wicked king or enemies, man. What if the idol can't deliver you from anything? How can it be a god, man? A god is supposed to be a protector, man. Verse 57. Neither are those gods of wood and laid over with silver or gold able to escape either from thieves or robbers. All right, in that same house, if a thief came in and the gold, and seen the gold and silver, the idol decked out, right? They're gonna take that gold and silver and take off, man. That's why you don't hear it about a lot, but it happens of Catholic churches getting robbed, right? Because a lot of Catholic churches, not a lot, but the major Catholic churches have gold in there and silver, right? Some people pay tithes in gold and silver, right? When they don't have cash, right? They might throw some family jewelry in there and stuff, right? It's crazy, but you hear about it, man. And thieves will hit that place up, right? Because they know Chezzy ain't gonna stop them, right? They know Chezzy ain't gonna stop them. They can look Chezzy dead in the eyes and still take the gold off him if he had gold on him, man. All right, these are false idols, man. All right, but I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Rabal. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha.